Sit there, you can't be walking.
Audio rolling?
Yep.
Action.
I'm Bill Cobb, born in North Philadelphia in 1970. I'm a husband, father, brother, community leader, activist, organizer. My last job, I was the National Deputy Director at the American Civil Liberties Union, where I ran the largest campaign in 100-plus year history to reduce the nation's jails and prison populations in half while fighting racial disparities in the criminal justice system. In addition to that, I currently serve on the boards in Philadelphia, city of Philadelphia, still. I ain't leave when I came up. I serve on the board of Community Legal Services, Philadelphia Legal Assistance, and I quit the Defenders Association.
Okay.
You know, people don't fuck with the Defenders still, so had to roll up out of there. Shit, the world knows me as CL3691. After being convicted for robbery, kidnapping, criminal conspiracy, violation of the Uniform Firearms Act, and then serving 6.5 years in Pennsylvania state jails and prisons from 93 to 2000. So, you know, the world knows me as an ex-offender or a convict or as felon, you know, but I'm Bill Cobb. You know, first time I bust a nickel bag was 1982, I was 12. So, my little homies, we were poor. They closed our community center. And so, you know, we just started hanging in the streets. And they used to go to 8th and Butler, and they used to come back with some bread. So instead of playing baseball, we went down to 8th and Butler. My man gave me a $5 bag of weed, rolled up 10 joints. And I literally have been fucking with the plant like that forever. I was 10. My homies were smoking. I wasn't. They ran. And that motherfucking cop kicked me, pushed me, and I went and told my grandma. So that was in 1980. And then shit with police been so fucking funky that I've been robbed. I'm from North Philly. I've been robbed twice in my life by gunpoint, and both times it was police. So, like, although I work with brothers and I have brothers who work in that situation, like, that shit's been corrupt since I was a child. I had 4 or 5 bad interactions with them motherfuckers before I was an adult. So, you know, and then the first time I get pinched, I got a 500 pack of weed, I got $120, I got the rest weed. Cops pull up on me, they steal the fucking weed, they steal the money, and then put 3 crack vials in my pocket and try to give me a case. So, like, fuck the police. Policing is not going to liberate us from the cages of our hearts and our minds and our perceptions of people. Like, this plant is liberated so many countries. Like, slavery is because of this plant. It's economics. And when folks pay attention to the power associated with being able to put a seed in the ground, give it sunlight and give it nourishment, and have it give you fruit that you can partake of, you'll really understand what this shit's about. Like, they are in place to ensure that a certain group of people have the power, and you don't even have access to fucking grow a plant that gives you life in your fucking house or in your backyard. So, yeah, fuck the police. Don't ask me nothing about them except fuck. Angry as fuck. I'm pissed off. Like, I don't give a fuck about the elected officials who have moved to assist John Boehner and Wall Street capitalists and fucking foreign national companies to come in and usurp our neighborhoods and our communities while these motherfuckers still hunting, capturing killers. Like, they have no business opening up a fucking dispensary without opening up the fucking jails. Like, free my fucking weed, man. What are we doing? And anybody who is engaged in this business to date, who's talking about social equity, who's talking about having our portion, wake up and pay the fuck attention to what is going on. We're not getting anything but fucked over while your people are suffering in cages. And in fact, everybody who's in the space, you out of line. You out of pocket, you're out of order. The fucking people who are in jails and in cages and their families who have to support them, those are the entrepreneurs that need to be empowered in this space. If you're not fucking with somebody like me and somebody who's going through this shit, you have no business in the industry. And as far as I'm concerned, you just co-opting, you a thief, you're a robber, and you're a part of the fucking problem and nowhere near part of the solution. So that's how I really feel about that shit. Like, get your hands out my pocket. We are working all over the country and internationally in so many different areas, but what you can do locally is identify if there's something going on grassroots. Me particularly, I say that the people closest to the problems are closer to the solutions, but usually furthest from the resources and power. So those individuals are the weedmen. Like, until this industry, until anybody who say they about this life, until you tapped into cats like me who's been there, who went to jail, the other cats that you'll meet with the Free My Weed campaign, and all of the 40 or 50 or 60,000 people who are sitting inside of jails and cages, we have to liberate those individuals, and then we have to actually get in alignment with them. And then leadership is about learning whether to lead, follow, support, or get the fuck out the way. In regards to cannabis, everybody need to get the fuck out the way, and we need to free our weed man so they can lead. Outside of that, sis, folks need to really tap in and talk about, we need to drive a campaign. In fact, if you think that your weed man should be liberated, you should contact Free My Weed Man, I guess, on Instagram, and we just gonna start a petition. And we can do this all over all 50 states, Puerto Rico, and Washington, D.C., like the same shit that I did with the National ACLU, we can do with this, y'all. So that's what somebody can immediately do. You can do something about it by tapping into the energy that's right here, or you can identify some sort of political, social, economic, or financial tap in to the cannabis industry. You can tap into your local people, but there's a movement on the ground. Like, and the way to do it is just put your nose in the air on a clear day, outside, take a sniff, and if you smell something funny, go have a conversation, and that's how you begin to understand what you need to do to make the relationship between people and the plant begin to thrive so we can live a better life on this planet. Yeah, we family. OGs like me, we need to shut the fuck up and we need to listen. You know, my leadership responsibility is to get the fuck out the way and listen. So in regards to you, sister, you know, and my wife and other sisters, I do what black women tell me to do the first time. So that's the key to being happy with me. They say happy wife, happy life, bullshit. Do what black women tell you to do the first time and the world will be amazing.